Drew's Custom Creations here. So usually when you think about creating a video game, you think about some sort of developer typing away at their keyboard. However, you usually don't think about Google Slides. But could you make a video game in Google Slides just using Google Slides? Well, today I will show you how you can do that. Okay, so right here we have Google Slides. This will be a trivia game. I call it Tricky Trivia. So how exactly could you make a video game in Google Slides? I mean, usually all you do is just scroll through slides in your school presentation or something, or maybe at work. However, you see, in Google Slides, there are things called clickable links. So, for example, let's just make an example here. I have a shape right here. I think I will give it some color, turn it yellow. Anyway, right now it's just a shape. But what you can do is click on it, go over to this symbol, insert link, and then you see right here, it says search or paste a link. And what you can do is maybe send a person to the Google homepage or to a website that has something to do with your Google Slides presentation. But you could also send it to another slide. So for example, right here, this goes to the next slide. And if you go into slideshow mode, click on it, we're in the next slide. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, let's get out of here real quick. There we go. Oops. Okay. So this might just look like a yellow square that you're able to click on in order to go to another slide. However, you can do more stuff with that. For example, let's clear out, okay, click to add new slide. So for example, maybe you could have two different buttons on each of your slides, and one could be like true and one could be false, and it could ask you a question on it. And if you click on it, the right one, it will send you to the next slide, which will have another question. And if you guess it wrong, then it will send you to another slide that will say game over or something like that. So today I'll be making Tricky Trivia. So let's make a good title for that. Tricky Trivia. Then, of course, we don't want them to just have to scroll on to the next slide. We want some pizzazz, if you understand what I'm talking about. So, click on background to go to game. Okay. Now, I just have to paste in an image from the internet. So, hold on. You won't be able to see me since I'm going to another tab to look for it. But type in question marks, images. Let's see if we can find something good. Aha! Let's copy that image and paste it in. Now just adjust some things. Ooh, does not look good. Make that bold. And how about we highlight, let's first turn the text color into black, and then we highlight it in a white. And look at that, just like that, we have a home screen. So, anyway, first let's make these text boxes a bit smaller. Move my text a little. And this ensures that there will be as much background as possible for the user to click on. Okay. And now let's expand this background out because there are still some white edges that you can see. Let's add in another slide. We won't have anything on it for now. And then we need to insert in a link. on the background part to go to the next slide. So if we go into slideshow right now, you can see Tricky Trivia, click on background to go to game. Then boom, we're on the next slide. Oops, don't know why it does that. Just wait for it to load. Okay. Sorry for the confusion. Anyway, now let's type in our first question. If you have any better ideas, you can put in a comment down below. But let's see. What would be a good idea for a question? Okay, how about what is the speed of light? There's a question. Anyway, I know it's about 175,000 miles per second. So I'm not quite sure exactly what it is, though. Okay, well, let's first make a new slide. And let's make a text box. And it will say, oops, around 175,000 miles per second. Then let's add in another one that will say, we could put in, well, I have an idea, 800 miles per hour. I mean, that's definitely not right. Everybody would know which one's correct, but this is just proof of concept, guys. Okay. Anyway, now we need to make this a clickable link so that goes to the next slide. Next slide. Then meanwhile, this will go to a slide that says game over. However, we won't put that in quite yet. Now, anyway, how about our next slide? Well, I could show you a video of me doing this entire presentation. However, I think I'll spare you the boringness, and so I'll just skip ahead to the part where I have the game over slide and the you won slide. Okay, so now I've done a few trivia questions. First one, what is the speed of light? Obviously, you've seen that. It's around 175,000 miles per second. Although that's not always true. In fact, if you have a whole bunch of reflective particles bouncing around in the air, scientists have actually been able to slow down light to just 20 meters per second, which is kind of insane. But if you mean just in a vacuum, around 175,000 miles per second, how do you pronounce this word? Well, many people don't know this. Many people pronounce it as often, but that's actually incorrect. It's often. And then pineapple on pizza is, well, all of you know the answer to this, the best! Okay, that'll probably get some of you commenters angry, but I don't care, because I stand by my belief. Who is the best YouTuber? Probably not me, but, well, for the sake of, well, whatever, it's going to be me. I'm going to become better, guys, don't worry. And now slide number 6 is blank, because this is sort of going to be like the you win slide. Anyway, I'm going to do is I'm going to make a huge text box. Let's center it. Make it a lot bigger. I wish that there was a faster way to do this. There probably is, but I don't know about it. Okay. You win. Now, slide number 7. We need to make it so that it says you lose. So, I'm going to create another text box. How large was this one again? 98. Okay. And now, let's make the text red, bold, you lose. Okay, now, how do you make it so that whenever you click on the wrong question, it gets you to the last slide? Well, what you can do... Alright, hold on, let me move it up here a bit. You see, this thing right here is kind of large. Oh gosh, I still can't see it. But if you move it up enough, you can go to slides in this presentation, and then slide 7, the last slide. And by doing this, the wrong question will take you to the you lost one. Anyway, let's just do it for the rest of these slides in this presentation. Slide 7. And I guess you'll have to just bear this uncomfortable silence for now. And there we go. So now let's just test out our program, like I say in my other videos, except this isn't really that much of a program. Let's go into slideshow. Okay, let's go all the way up here. Tricky trivia. Click on the background to go to the game. What is the speed of light? There we go. How do you pronounce often? Pineapple on pizza is the best. Who is the best YouTuber? Well, obviously me. And I win! Yay! Of course, it's probably going to kick me out when I try to do this. Yep, there we go. Now let's go back in and then see what happens if I click on the wrong answer. So, if you're absolutely wrong and you click on that pineapple on pizza is terrible, then you go to you lose. And there we go. Now, this might seem like a boring game. However, you can use stuff like animations. Let me show you where that is. You could go to transition and click on an object and make it disappear after so much time so that you have to click on something really quickly, for example. And that will be sort of like a reaction game, more similar to regular video games nowadays. And if you spend more time doing video games in Google Slides, you can make some truly amazing games. For example, I spent a few days on this escape room game, and you can see it that you have to try to escape and get out of this room by clicking on different objects. So if you click on the door, for example, and you click on the scanner, then it won't work because you don't have the right fingerprint. Or if you go here, drawers are locked. Now if you click on this painting, you can click on it again, and then there will be a safe. And now right here I have a key code, and so what you can do is actually like type in a whole bunch of stuff, then hit enter, and access denied. And I even have little hints here, like for example, Vix can be a name, but it could also be Roman numerals. So what is Vix in Roman numerals? Well, it is 5, 1, and 10, or 5, 1, 1, 0. So you can go back, go to the safe, 5, 1, 1, 0. Enter. Access granted. And then you got a key. Now you can go to the drawers, open it up with a key, and you found a hand. Okay. Don't know who is shoving random people's hands into drawers. That sounds a little weird, but hey, you get to escape now because the hand has the right print. You can exit the door, and yay, you escaped. So yeah, there are a lot of things you can do with this. I mean, sure, you might not be able to make some sort of crazy first-person shooter game, although if you want to try, you probably could show me if you want me to. But you can still create some pretty involved games and just using Google Slides without any programming knowledge whatsoever, even though I have a lot of it. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whether you want more of these sorts of things, Google Slides, video games. Maybe I could show you more in depth about how to make these things. Remember also, these two Google Slides are in the description too. So yeah, bye.